As a family doctor, I know one big thing, that mother and child is the deepest bond in human life. As president of the Australian Marriage Forum, I know a second big thing, that bond will be broken if our laws allow two men to marry and start a family. Likewise, the primal bond between father and son will be broken if our laws allow two women to marry and start a family of their own by artificial reproduction. So we've got to understand laws for same-sex marriage mean same-sex adoption, same-sex surrogacy, and that means the deliberate creation by law of motherless and fatherless families. At present, the debate is framed entirely around the rights of adults, in particular the demand for so-called marriage equality. But if equality for adults means inequality for kids, where is the justice in that? Children who are denied even the possibility of the relationship with their father or their mother, where is the justice in that proposition? Let me show you our first ad, which goes straight to the injustice at the heart of so-called marriage equality.
We hear a lot about marriage equality, but what about equality for kids?
Children have an equal right, wherever possible, to both a mum and a dad. So-called marriage equality forces a child to miss out on a mother or a father. That's not equality for the kids who miss out. That's not marriage.
Give every child their chance of a mum and a dad.
Authorised Eve Angand, Australian Marriage Forum.
We decided to broadcast this first ad on SBS television during the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras Parade because parades like that always carry the marriage equality message. And they also symbolise the juggernaut that is crushing the truth about marriage and family. We decided it was time to say, stop, marriage is not just about you adults, think of the child. And to say to our politicians, stop, there are certain things which are beyond the authority of any political party to tamper with. Marriage is not a social invention which can be cut to shape according to political fad. It is a social recognition of pre-existing biological reality, male, female, offspring. All of our laws and our customs exist to reinforce that biological given, to try to keep a man with his mate, for the sake of social stability, but also, and above all, for the sake of any child they might create. Now, not all marriages do create children, but typically they do, and the institution exists for that typical case. Same-sex couples obviously cannot create children, so society has no institutional interest in regulating such friendships. They matter greatly to the individuals involved, and they demand neighbourly civility, but they do not meet nature's job description for marriage. The marriage equality ad is just the start of our campaign, and we have other ads ready to roll out at the appropriate time. There's one that addresses the question of discrimination against same-sex couples. Does it even exist? There's one that deals with past terrible policies that broke the bond between mother and child and says, why would we do it again? There's ads that address other harms of homosexual marriage that people haven't thought of, whether it be the radicalisation of sex education, whether it be the inevitable logic of extending gay marriage to group marriage and other forms, because remember, love knows no boundaries, or whether it's the use of the big stick of anti-discrimination law to crush any conscientious objectors, which is one of the main objectives of same-sex marriage law. We want millions of Australians to view these ads and think of the child in the context of the marriage debate. We hope that parents and teachers and pastors and youth workers will be able to use these ads and the associated material at our website and help young people as well as old to think of the child in this context. We want our supporters to share these ads as widely as possible, and we want lots of money. The first ad cost us $20,000 to launch on SBS and Channel 7 and 9 during prime time on the night of the Mardi Gras Parade. That reached 800,000 people who might otherwise never have considered the child-centred case for marriage. And I got that money in 1 week here in my hometown from a group of pensioners and families with children who gave their pocket money and some small family businesses. There is motivation out there to have this side of the debate presented in the public forum, and we will do our best. We are all volunteers at Australian Marriage Forum, so every dollar will go straight to the production and broadcast of these ads and the associated campaigns. So we are ready to stand and try to hold back this juggernaut. It must not prevail. It must not crush the life between mother and father and child. How effective we are depends largely on your generosity. Thank you very much.